Hi everyone. Welcome to the last of the 3-week series for the summer spaciousness. Um, I just want to thank you all for helping me find my voice in a safe space. This is something I've been working on or wanting to do for a while and haven't had the space and time to put into it or haven't created that. And as I said in my first email, it was a little scary for me to kind of put myself out there this way. So I thank you all for being that community for me. And I hope that you've found some insight from what I've been sharing. I definitely have grown a lot and technologically found a whole lot of things how to do, and also just getting more comfortable with sharing what's inside me and finding the words to bring it out. So thank you. This last video is going to be about transformation. And I'm just actually going to explore with you the process that I do each and every season. I've done this for almost 2 years now, and I've actually done this with other groups, with friends, and I find this process to be very transformational, really. It's something that I do each and every season, and I've included it as a worksheet on your page, and I highly encourage you to do this as well. So I start each and every season thinking about reflecting over the last season, thinking about what this new season brings. So summertime is full of, for me, spaciousness, as well as growth and fun and relaxation. And what I do is every season I do a circle of life. So I draw a big circle on a page, and I think about, and I kind of divide it up like a pie. And I think about all the areas of my life that I want to kind of think about where I'm at in life. So mine often are community, family, marriage, work or business, financial health, travel, personal growth, self-care. You get the gist of what I'm saying. There's every season I have different ones, but mostly I also have core ones that I use every season. And so I think about what those areas, so for marriage, what my intention are. If my marriage is like really rocking and doing awesome, what does that look like? So what's my intention for my marriage? And it's to be connected. It's to be in a loving partnership. It's to be in a space, a team space that creates wholeness and ease in life and fun. And so I go around each of my kind of self-chosen things, and I think about my intention, and I write my intention next to the heading. Again, if you haven't opened that sheet, you might want to do that as I'm talking even, so it'll help you see better. So I really think about intentions, and the reason why I say intentions and not goals is because I'm a very goal-oriented person. I love checking things off my to-do list, but if I write my goals for the season and I don't accomplish my goals for the season, I feel like a failure and I don't do it. And so to create more ease in my life, and actually what I found is when I first started doing it, I started doing this as goals. And what I found is when I really work with intentions on how to get to these places, more space is created for possibilities that I might not have thought of, and for more ease around it within myself, so that I stay kind of true and keep on going with what I'm talking about. So, like I said, I go around my little wheel and I think about it, and then I kind of rate myself, with 0 in the middle being like things are not going well, and then 10 of the circle being the best they possibly could be. So I think in my marriage for the last quarter, or for the last season, how's my marriage been doing on a 0 to 10 basis? How's my family been doing, 0 to 10 basis? How's my work life? How's my financial health? How's my travel? How's my self-care? How's my community? How's my X, Y, and Z? And then I rate myself, and then I kind of connect those dots and see. It's very interesting. When I just did this for a summer, what I found was kind of funny to admit to you all, but lots of areas of my life were doing really well. Like this whole side of the circle was doing really well, and then this side was like doing horrible, and it was all self-care. And that's exactly what I'm, preaching, which is great. It's just a great way for me to get back on self-care. I was really focusing last quarter on family and work, way too much work, and community, which is great. But now it's time to refocus on me. And it was really great to do the process and see, oh, wow, I've really fallen off this train. And so then what I do after I do the circle of life is I pick 2 or 3 areas that I'm really excited to spend this next season working on. I don't pick all of them that are low, and sometimes I may even pick ones that are not even low that I just really want to focus on, that I feel called to focus on. Often it's the ones that are struggling, like for me it's self-care. And I choose 2 or 3 because, again, I want to set myself up so that I'm actually feeling excited and like I'm accomplishing something and like I'm moving towards something. You can only focus on so much in life, right? And so I choose 1 to 3, sometimes 4. And then what I do is I take those headings, so self-care, and I think, what am I going to do for my self-care? What can I focus on for my self-care this next quarter? What can I focus on for movement this next quarter? And then I come up with some things that are really tangible and really like you can check off on your to-do list, and then some things that are just more, that create more space. So self-care is to get more movement into my life. I had a job that I recently have stopped that had me sitting in front of the computer 50 hours a week, and that I've never done anything like that, and I didn't have a whole lot of movement in my life. And so I created things like, I park really far away from all the stores now so that I can walk to the stores. Being really intentional also about, wait a minute, I can get up and take a walk. I don't have to like pound away on the computer 50 hours a week. That is my self-created thing. But just being really out of the box on, how am I going to accomplish more movement in my life? How am I going to accomplish more self-care in my life? How am I going to reach those intentions that I have around community? How am I going to do that? For me, that's inviting a family over and loving on them once a month, and hosting them in our house and cooking them a good meal. To me, that's all I can really do right now, and that's a great connection point. It feels great, and that's actually something I can check off the to-do list. Other things, like for self-care, it's just about creating some sort of self-care opportunity. I love to read. I love to write. I love to do this. This is actually very cathartic for me. I also love to dig deep, because to me, self-care isn't just about doing things. It's about reprogramming things that have already been in me to create better self-love and self-care within myself, so that I don't have to fill the well externally. I'm just filling it kind of constantly internally. Obviously, that also can include things like walking and yoga and other extracurricular activities. But I don't want to add too many more to-do lists because I have a lot on that already. And to me, sometimes adding more makes me feel a little bit more freaked out. So recognizing what I already do and doing it, what I already know that I does well and doing it, and then recognizing what I'm not doing and making sure I do it. So I write this list and I call it my summer spaciousness, and I actually put it up in my bathroom wall because I love my bathroom and I spend quite a lot of time in there. It's where I go if I need to get away from everyone. It's where I take my showers, which are kind of my sacred time, and it's where I do my morning routine. I read these summer spaciousness or spring motivations was my spring. And I read them every single morning, and I see them throughout the day. Some people have put them around their house to remind them and just to read them. My kids do this too, and they know what I'm working on, and I know what they're working on, and we can encourage each other, and then we bring more connection to our family's life. I've done this, like I said, for about 1.5 years, almost 6 or 7 times now, so for a while. And it's truly changed my life. It gives me something that I have intention and focusing on. It gives me purpose, and it's been really incredibly life-changing. I got, like I said, I started with a goal thing, which I got from somebody else, and then I kind of put my own spin on it because it works better for me to do it the way that I've done it. So if what I've described doesn't work for you after you've tried it once and you need to be more goal-oriented, by all means, do it that way. But I feel like that there's a lot more space created when we just have these intentions and we don't get so hard. I have been known to be a perfectionist, and I get hard on myself if I don't accomplish things. And so allowing there to be more space in life, especially during the summer season and as you're creating your summer goals. And I know we're well and truly into summer. You can still do it. Just see how that process looks for you and give me feedback. Tell me what works for you, and or if it doesn't work for you. The thing about it is that you have to work it. So I could give you the tool, but if you don't do it, if you don't read it every day as part of your routine, if you just kind of write it down, oh yeah, this is really great, but then you never look at it, then it's not going to really do anything. But if you look at it every day, if you make it somewhere in your house where you can see it, I promise that it will shift things. So thanks again for being my guinea pigs and going on this process with me. And let me know how it all goes, and I'll keep you updated with the actual courses that are being created, which are much more broad than this, which are hour-long videos, actual calls, Facebook groups to interact with, worksheets, exercises to do. Of course, those ones are going to be paid. They're a lot more time and effort, but I do appreciate that we've started this journey together, and I thank you all.